What's going on YouTube? Happy Wheel Gun Wednesday and welcome back to my channel. This is another unboxing video of a firearm. This time we're doing a revolver. This is a Smith Wesson Model 60 snub nose in 2-inch chamber, and much like the previous video where we went over the Shield, the M&P Shield 2.0 Easy chambered in 380 auto. This one comes in a standard cardboard box, so you are not going to be getting that plastic kind of lock container or the your traditional oil-soaked paper from Smith & Wesson, but you do get that in the 686 Plus, which we'll do a video on later in the future. So let's go ahead and just open the box and get into it here. You got your standard locking wire right here with keys and some small tools for when you're doing deep cleanings of the firearm, to get to access to some of the smaller parts. And here your standard plastic wrapping. So I'll give you guys a chance to just get a good look at this one here. So you'll notice one thing, that this is a J-frame revolver. It's a smaller grip. These come with rubber hoe grips. If you're into a little bit of a flashier grip, Altamont is a company located in Illinois that does custom wood grips. They're all very beautiful looking, and I actually just purchased one for my 686 Plus, which you'll see in the next video when we feature that firearm. Solid piece of refined machinery steel, classic snub nose Model 60 revolver, 2-inch barrel, and easy to place in single action. And we'll go ahead and push the lever here to get the cylinder out. Holds 5 shots. Probably not most people's preferred weapon for concealed carry, since you're limited to only 5 shots for ammunition. Couple of things that I, when I was learning about this firearm, by watching a bunch of videos, mostly from Hickok 45. Respect to you, sir, if you're ever watching this video. Really good inspiration for beginner firearm users like myself, is that when you are opening the cylinder, I learned that it's really important to open it from the top and not to apply pressure on the bottom. And that's because you don't want to damage, after tens of hundreds of thousands of reloads on this weapon, you don't want to damage the cylinder retainer piece right here. And then public service announcement: just don't be that guy that is acting like Dick Tracy, where you load the weapon and you spin the cylinder and then you flick your wrist in order to close the cylinder. That will damage over time the cylinder rod right here, and you don't want to damage this weapon. Obviously, this gun, I think, retails just over $500. I picked this one up from the folks at North 40 here in Lewiston, Idaho, so thanks to them for having it in stock. It was the last one, and as my salesman says, if it's the last one, it was meant to be. So you got your ejector rod right here. Really simple. I like revolvers. They just work. And Smith & Wesson steel revolvers typically have very low failure rates if you take good care of them. And there's just a kind of cool factor about wheel guns, whether you're fans of the Old West or if you're fans of, classic detective shows like Dragnet or Steve McQueen. For me, it is probably the scene in Godfather, Godfather 1, where Michael Corleone is seeking revenge against the folks that are against his family, more specifically his father, and he ends up using a snub-nosed revolver to take out the corrupt police chief McCluskey and one of the heads of the other families of the mafia, Salazzo. This was not the Model 60 was not the model that that Michael Corleone used. And to be honest with you, off the top of my head, I can't remember the specific revolver that he used. But this type of firearm always reminds me of that particular scene. Surprisingly enough, with this J-frame revolver, it doesn't have that much kick, or at least not as much kick as you would expect when firing .38 Special. I have not gotten a chance to go to the range yet with this particular firearm to shoot .357 Magnum rounds. While we're doing this video, me being an Ohio guy, I would also like to just draw some attention to Buffalo Cartridge Company. They are a very small, family-owned organization in the great state of Ohio, which is my hometown. I'm from Columbus. And these guys are located up in Northwest Ohio in Findlay. And they make excellent ammunition. This is Buffalo Outlaw cowboy ammunition. This is .357 Magnum. And this is a little pricier, but you know, you pay a little bit more for quality. So to the folks out in Findlay, Ohio at Buffalo Cartridge Company, keep up the good work. We really appreciate you out here in Lewiston, Idaho. And as an Ohio guy, I'm always going to try to support businesses from my home state whenever I can. All right, if you want to see more unboxing videos of firearms and any of the other aforementioned hobbies that I have, go ahead and feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. We're trying something a little bit different today. This is the same Manfrotto camera mount, however, it's literally right above my head to give you a top-down view, and hopefully the audio is a little bit better. I'm working on doing some research to get some better audio, as we're still filming this with just an iPhone, you know, SE 2020. So, you know, nothing too fancy for a beginner YouTube content creator. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for another unboxing video. We might not do a firearm next time. I like to be a little bit diverse in the content that I'm creating, and I have a lot of hobbies. So we'll see. We might do a dog video on my dog Freud. We might do an unboxing video of some of these vinyl toys that I like collecting. I'm also a Lego person and currently working on a project that I would not mind doing a video on. So thanks again for your time. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.